Chelsea have moved Bournemouth ace Milos Kerkez to the top of their left-back targets, according to GMS sources, as they look for a long-term replacement for either Ben Chilwell or Marc Cucurella. For Enzo Maresca, this summer will be all about snaring players that fit his blueprint. The Blues began to find their rhythm at the latter end of Mauricio Pochettino's one-season stay at the club, but the wily Italian will be sure to address his squad issues heading into 2024-25. According to The Athletic, strengthening at fullback is an area that has been highlighted ahead of the trading period, and Kerkez, a 16-cap Hungary international, could be their long-term optio on the left-hand side of defense. Ahead of the summer transfer window opening for business, Kerkez, who kept Mohamed Salah at bay last season, has emerged as a front-runner for Chelsea in terms of who they're targeting for the left-back berth, with Maresca looking to reshape their back line to fit within his ideology. Chelsea do, of course, have other left-back options in mind with the transfer window on the horizon, but the majority of the club's decision-makers are keen on getting a deal for Kerkez across the line in the coming months. Both of the club's current options endured difficult seasons in 2023-24, with Cucurella totting up 21 appearances across all competitions and Chilwell restricted to just 757 minutes of game time, with injuries beginning to take their toll on the Englishman. In order to free space and funds for the 20-year-old, GMS sources have revealed that either Cucurella or Chilwell will be on the chopping block first. They are, however, currently weighing up which one to sell. Recently, journalist Ben Jacobs, while writing for GIVEMESPORT, suggested that Chelsea, alongside Manchester United, are eyeing a move for the glittering left-back, but now it seems that the former are taking the race more seriously than their northern counterparts. Given how imperative the Hungarian has been under Andoni Iraola's watchful eye, Bournemouth will demand a big fee for Chelsea or any other would-be buyers, should they make inroads on a deal this summer. Kerkez only joined the Cherries last summer from AZ Alkmaar for £15.5 million, but has already made quite an impression in his 33-game stint with his current employers. As such, Iraola and co are keen to receive a hefty price for the man in question, especially if the Blues are set to bolster their kitty by selling either Cucurella or Chilwell. Gleison Bremer was speaking in an interview with DAZN, where he named Thiago Silva as one player who has inspired him. It makes sense, with Silva being one of the best defenders Bremer's country, Brazil, have ever produced. The centre-back is still going strong at 39, with Mauricio Pochettino recently claiming that it is amazing that he is still performing at such a high level at his age. Silva has been an almost ever-present for Chelsea in the Premier League this season, missing just one game. Bremer says Silva is an inspiration for him. He has also reserved some praise for Chelsea target Victor Osimhen. Speaking to DAZN, the Brazil international said, "Virgil van Dijk is 2 steps above me. He also won the Champions League. I am also inspired by Giorgio Chiellini and Thiago Silva. As for Osimhen, he has everything. He attacks from deep, holds the ball, is physically strong and is also tough with his head. It is not impossible." Back in November, CalcioMercato.it claimed that Chelsea had been looking at Bremer. That did not materialize into anything during the January transfer window, but perhaps something could happen in the future. The Blues could actually end up needing a replacement for Silva in the summer, when his contract expires. However, having just signed a new deal at the Allianz Stadium, it is unlikely that Bremer will be on the market. If he is for whatever reason, though, the chance to follow in Silva's footsteps, should Chelsea come knocking, may be too hard for the former Torino man to turn down. Right now, however, there are a lot of ifs. The Blues secured the services of Tosin Adarabioyo on a free transfer, after a number of top sides were interested in bringing him in this summer. However, it seems the defender's excitement about featuring under new manager Enzo Maresca was a key factor in his decision. As they look to move on to other targets, it has been reported that they are interested in upgrading numerous positions this summer ahead of next season. Journalist Ben Jacobs told Give Me Sport the 3 roles in particular he is hearing they are most keen to strengthen during this window. Chelsea are monitoring the situation of Porto's Diogo Costa ahead of a potential summer move. Costa has been one of the standout goalkeepers in Europe over the last couple of years and was impressive in the Champions League against the Gunners during the 2023-24 season. The 24-year-old remarkably conceded just 38 goals in 45 appearances across all competitions, keeping 17 clean sheets. Despite this, Porto could be forced to sell Costa this summer. Portuguese newspaper O Jogo have reported that the Dragons may need to make a big sale and Costa is a serious candidate to leave the club. It's claimed Costa has attracted interest from Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester City. with those three keeping an eye and scouting him recently over a possible swoop in the summer transfer window. Even though Porto could need to cash in on Costa, they are not going to allow him to leave on the cheap. Costa is protected by a €75 million release clause in his contract, and the Portuguese club will only let him go for something close to that figure, which would put him among the most expensive goalkeepers of all time alongside Kepa Arrizabalaga, Alisson and Andre Onana. Costa came through the youth system at Porto, and was promoted up to the first team in 2019. He has made 154 appearances for them thus far, becoming an ever-present over the past 3 years. Costa is set to start for Portugal at Euro 2024, and his performances in Germany could convince the Gunners, Chelsea or City to make a move this summer. Bayern Munich are also said to be tracking his progress. Arsenal are expected to add another goalkeeper to their ranks if Aaron Ramsdale is sold this summer. David Raya will join the club on a permanent deal from Brentford after impressing in his loan spell last season, with second-choice Ramsdale seeking an exit to gain regular game time. Chelsea have identified their top target for one position that they want to strengthen this summer. The Blues have already brought in Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham to reinforce their central defence. Up front is the next area Chelsea could strengthen, with the club thought to be keen on signing Aston Villa's John Duran. After that, it looks like Chelsea could look at their defence again, but this time the left-back position. Mark Cucurella and Ben Chilwell are Enzo Maresca's current options for the role, while Levi Colwill can also play there. Chilwell struggled to stay fit last season, while Colwill is a centre-back by trade. The above is one reason why the Blues may be looking to bring in a new left-back in the transfer window. According to Give Me Sport, Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez is their top target for the position, and the 20-year-old is keen on a move to Stamford Bridge. Another report from the same outlet claims that while the Cherries will fight to keep hold of Kerkez this summer, they value him at around £35 million. Chelsea came sixth last season with a very young squad. To get back into the top four, some will feel that the team needs more experience. Kerkez and Duran are both 20 and have not been in the Premier League for too long. They are not going to give the Blues the above. Currently at Bournemouth, who finished the 2023-24 season in 12th place, the former has not exactly been playing at the highest level either. If Kerkez and Duran can fulfill their potential, then they may very well prove to be excellent signings for Chelsea in the future. But it is difficult to imagine them transforming Maresca's team next season. Bringing in young players with potential, though, is clearly a strategy that Chelsea are going to persist with. Conor Gallagher is reportedly attracting interest from Aston Villa, while Levi Colwill is believed to be someone who Bayern Munich are currently looking at. It means there could be exits at Stamford Bridge this summer. In terms of arrivals, there has already been one, with the Blues bringing Tosin Adarabioyo in. The central defender joined the club from Fulham on a free transfer.